Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Yeah, are you? How are you guys? Welcome in. Like the stream. I have to do my pin message. Welcome in, guys. Donations are open. No free readings. All right, I got you. Just give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. My bad. Alright, so Gypsy, let's start with you. Okay, Ange, thank you. Okay, am I allowed to say your name, Rockstar? Alright, so let's see. How is the Libra feeling about Gypsy? Alright, you have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Wands. Okay. The Three of Wands, the Devil. Hold on. Let me just... Alright, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So, with the Knight of Wands, oh, yeah, I got you. So with the Knight of Wands, I feel like he's feeling restless. There is passion here and there's still strong attraction. There's a desire to like rush in, but it's impulsive energy. So it's like more about desire, like lust and action than calm thinking. Okay, he feels like that pull towards you, almost like unfinished business. I'm also getting, so with the Five of Wands, there's a lot of inner conflict with him. He may feel tension about the connection. He may feel torn between wanting to act and holding himself back. I'm getting like a lot of overthinking. This can also show like maybe like jealousy or like competition or like him battling within himself about what role he wants to play in your life. I feel like he's confused. The Three of Wands is here though, so like to me, despite like the conflict that he feels internally, he's looking out towards the future. He hasn't turned his back to the connection fully. um he still sees possibility and may even be waiting for the right time to approach you. um he could be waiting for like a sign, because the Three of Wands for me sometimes like when you put something out there, like a thought, and then you're just waiting for something to come in. um I feel like he's thinking long term, but also it's like he's waiting for something to come in. He could be waiting for you to reach out. Now the Devil is here, and I'm getting like that pull that he continues to feel towards you. It can be like very obsessive or like even addictive, right? And to me, this shows a lot of physical desire, like temptation. There's like an inability to fully detach, so he's like still attached to you, even if there is no contact. He may feel chained to the connection, like craving it, but also struggling with the intensity of it. And then you have the King of Pentacles. I feel like deep down he wants stability, but at the same time he wants control and to be seen as someone that's dependable. So despite the conflict and like the passion that I'm like picking up on, like the physical passion, right? There's a part of him that wants to show up as grounded, established, and in charge. He may also be like focusing on his own money and stability right now, like trying to ground himself. Trying to like do better is what I get. Like maybe like taking the focus away from the connection. Um and then I have the Queen of Swords reversed. So I feel like something that could be holding him back from like reaching out is him feeling like you're closed off, like you're upset, maybe holding resentment against him. Maybe he's feeling like I don't want to argue, I don't want to like take it there, so like he's taking his time. There's a sense that maybe he's afraid of you like being cold or like cutting him off. I feel like he worries about how you view him right now, and this creates a lot of hesitation in him. He doesn't want to be on the receiving end of like your sharp words or your rejection. So it's like I feel like he's having a lot of conflict in his mind when it comes to you. I feel like, so how I can put it like in like a summary, so I can summarize this. There's a lot of desire and like restlessness energy towards you, um, mixed with a lot of inner conflict. The attraction is obviously strong. It's almost consuming him, right? So it's like he can't stop thinking about you or desiring you. Um, but at the same time, he's also cautious because he feels like you might be cold or upset with him. I feel like he's torn between like rushing in and holding back until he feels more secure. So I think he doesn't like rejection. So as long as he feels like there's a possibility that you'll reject him, he's gonna try to hide and run away from this instead of coming towards it. Does that make sense? I feel like he's thinking about the last time you guys interacted. So it's like that. This is the thing. He's like in this place where he can't hold back anymore. But so you could receive like a sudden message from him or something like that, but then I feel like then he doesn't know what to do after that. So I think that could be something that's obviously like making him hesitate. I do feel like he'll eventually reach out, especially driven by his like passion and like inability to fully detach. I would say like expect it to come after some waiting, in a way that feels sudden, and fiery, possibly with a bit of tension attached to it. But his intentions will be to reconnect, but I feel like this also shows he can bring stability even if his first approach is feels impulsive. So there could be like an impulsive approach. I wouldn't like fear it. I would lean towards it because I think that's his thing. Is like he has a fear of leaning towards a set decision instead of he's choosing to run. So don't mirror his energy, because that's literally what you do when you're in a connection with someone. You're mirroring each other. So I feel like that's what could be happening right now, where he's like, let's just say like you're like, there's always resentment, right? When someone kind of does something, or I should say doesn't come through for us. So there's always going to be some type of resentment, but at some point you kind of have to let it go. And I feel like he kind of knows that maybe like his your last interaction with him, or like his lack of like maybe showing up for you, um could have you in this energy of like fuck it. So I feel like he is definitely, he's wearing something that you have like that you're putting out. So like, but I understand because resentment is resentment, and I feel like when people don't come through for you, that like I said, that's normal to have that there, because hello, like I will come through for you. Why aren't you coming through for me? But I would say like if you're wanting like to reconnect with him in a healthy way, I would just start to put the healthy energy out there. Because he's kind of mirroring back. There's fears there. There's like fears of rejection. So it's like he could be picking up on you probably being like, fuck you, bro. So just be mindful of that. So that's what I have for you, because it does feel like he wants to come in, but he's hesitating, like fear of rejection. Which again, I feel like whatever. If you don't really care for the connection, like you don't want the connection. But I feel like if you do, then you have to kind of change that up. So it'll just be up to you, really. How he comes in is really up to you. So that's what I have for you, Love Bug. I hope that was helpful. Girl, I still have one more Etsy order left to do, and I was just like, I just felt a little not burnt out because I came on here. And thank you, Gypsy. I hope that was helpful. Um, and thank you for putting up the donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm about to be on camera, y'all. Um, yeah, I had to, and I was just like, all right, I'm like, when I'm doing too much at once of the same thing, I have to like, all right, let me take a little break. I'm gonna come on later too, but I just want to, I mean, I think I'm gonna come later, depending on how this live goes. If I do feel like I want to come on later. But I was like, I haven't been on at this time in a minute. Let me go on. And thank you guys for donating. All right, so Anj, you can go ahead and post. Guys, please like the stream. Pajabi, please read the title and read the description, the pin message. There are no free readings. I slept till like almost like 11:40, and let me tell y'all something. But I also didn't go to sleep till like real late. Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. No free readings, guys. Donations are open. All right, for Anj, and thank you guys for your donations. I'm currently struggling on my career and finances. What does Spirit have to say about this? Okay, let's see. This for Anj. All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Lovers, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Swords. This came out sideways, so I'm not taking that. Okay, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Wands in the reverse, the Page of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, we have the King, the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Give me 1 second. Can you add 9, please? Jess, thank you. All right. So starting off with the Ace of Pentacles, um, I feel like Spirit is placing like a new Spirit's gonna they're gonna place a new opportunity, in your path. Um, So this could be a move, a job, a study program, or something financial that will lay a long-term foundation for you. This is like a green light for a fresh start, right? This is a new beginning in stability and finances. And I feel like and thank you, Night, for your donation. I feel like with the Page of Swords, it does show curiosity and learning. So right now, Spirit is encouraging you to stay open minded, research, ask questions, and embrace like that student energy, right? So this student energy could be with like anyone that like, can teach you something. I feel like the move plus studying is kind of aligned with each other. Um, Here the lover speaks about choices, right? So Spirit is saying this decision isn't just about career, but about aligning with your true calling and values. um, you're being guided to choose the path that feels most authentic to who you are and who you're becoming. So it's almost like they're telling you to kind of like figure it out. Like only you can figure out where what you want to do, what and then go from there. um at some point there has to be a step that you have to take, right? And that goes without saying, like you have to take a step in order for you to start aligning yourself. So even if something doesn't work out, then it just doesn't. But like getting clear on what exactly you want to do, especially like in the coming future. um the Five of Wands, for me, it does feel like, so with challenges and conflicts, I feel like when we're talking about this Five of Wands, I feel like it indicates some type of competition or again like internal challenges. Um, I feel like, I don't know if like you're feeling like you need to prove yourself. Um, in this new environment, whether it's school or career or like family, like you may be in your head where you have to prove something to outside people, when there's like they're saying there should be like a more inner focus on proving things to yourself and not for other people. The Ace of Swords is here, so I do feel like there is going to be clarity that comes in for you, some type of breakthrough. I feel like you will soon cut through the confusion once you commit to taking a decisive action. So there's some type of action that you're needing to take. Like Spirit is saying, we can guide you, but you gotta show us where you're going. We can't guide you if we don't have any direction of like where you what you want and where you want to go. Um, the Knight of Swords is here, so I do feel like once you get clear and you make a decisive like action, things will start to move fast for you. So once you make the move, things will move fast, and I feel like Spirit is warning you to take, like, to pace yourself, so you don't burn out or make impulsive choices. So like really getting, like I said, getting down and finding your purpose. What is it that I want to do? Where do I see myself in, long term, especially career wise? How much money do I want to be making? Because like I said, I feel like spirit will give it to you, but you just have to show them where you want to take things. um you do have the Ten of Wands reversed, and this for me shows spirit is urging you to lighten your load. You don't have to carry every responsibility at once. You need to delegate or simplify or even release old obligations that don't belong to you. So like I said, if you're trying to do what, like spirit said initially, if you're trying to prove things to other people, outside people, then you're kind of starting off wrong. It's all about you and not outsiders, because they don't matter. You have the Page of Wands reverse. So this is a warning of, for me, about frustrations or creative blocks. If you try to force things too quickly, spirit is saying like allow the path to unfold, um, and let results come in. Right, like I feel like they're almost saying like don't expect instant results, but for me, I don't really believe that. I feel like timing, it comes to you. It's all up to you. But I do also believe that taking your time to really get clear on what you're wanting and not just making any old decision is something that you should take time to do. You have the Eight of Swords here, and I feel like this is like your own, it's showing your own fears and limiting beliefs that are keeping you trapped mentally. I feel like right now spirit is saying your only real block is your own mindset. The moves to like, and when I say the move, I mean like the action that you take, like the move. Like, so let's just say you want to like me, I went to cosmetology school. When I went in August, I went to two different, there was two schools in my list. One, the main one told me that they were not starting their course till January of the following year. And then this, my second choice, they were starting in September. For me, I felt if I wait till January, I'm probably gonna back off. So I'll just go with my second choice, which ended up being, it's still one of the top, like I think on the top two lists, and it ended up being a way better choice for me. So it's like instead of waiting, I decided to take that step, right? Even though the first school was my first choice, right? But again, I knew that if I waited, I would probably back out of it. Or I didn't know what was gonna happen in those next few months. Like I could have backed out of it. I could have, chosen a different career, whatever the case was. But that's what they're saying. Like you're the only thing that's blocking you right now, or that I can say there's a block or some resistance, is that like the hesitation, to get something going. With the Two of Swords, I'm getting like this is again confirming indecision within you. So you're being stuck, and I know that you're saying like you're struggling, right, on your career and your finances, but it's like spirit is saying is your indecision. The fact you could be torn between moving forward, like you're torn about moving forward basically, and spirit saying trust clarity over fear. Stop letting fear hold you back. Don't stay stuck at the crossroads for too long, because again, anywhere that you unpack, you'll stay there for a little while. Like I use this analogy. When I go away like overnight, or like just say for like a weekend trip, I'm not unpacking my suitcase. I'm living out of my suitcase. But if I'm going for a longer period of time, usually when we do our family vacation, we go away for 3 weeks. I'm definitely gonna unpack my stuff because I know I'm gonna be there for 3 weeks, so I want to be comfortable. So I feel like that's what they're saying. Don't stay comfortable in indecision, indecisiveness. Um, with the Four of Pentacles reversed, this is all about again releasing fear of loss. So the your main reading is like you're letting your fears block you, and spirit right now is saying they're wanting you not to cling to old security. The move and studies will expand abundance if you let go of scarcity, right? Um, scarcity thinking, like being all over the place. Again, getting clear on what you want. Like, you could have, like me, I'm going to use myself. I knew there was two careers for me that I wanted, was becoming a registered nurse and working in the baby department, like the delivery, or being a licensed cosmetologist, doing hair. And it was one or the other. I went for the one first, and then I was a little hesitant, so then I went to school to become an RN. And as I was in school to get into the nursing program, like, I literally just had two more prereqs to finish. I literally sat with myself and I was like, I love doing hair. Like, that's what I want to do, so I'm gonna stay there. Still had to pay school loans, and I still took that chance. And do I regret it? No, because I got it out my system. So it's just, they're just needing you to start somewhere, even if you have like multiple ideas of what you're wanting in your career. Like, you just got to start one. Um, and the Knight of Pentacles being here, I do feel like it's reassurance that your path will be, a slow but steady. And I feel like, again, to me, timing of things, like, it comes, it's up to you. Um, but there are saying, like, progress may not be overnight, but with consistent effort, it leads to a real financial and career stability. Okay. And then you have the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is all about balance, emotional maturity, and wisdom. So I feel like this path isn't about money or career advancement. It's also about emotional growth, learning to trust yourself, and finding fulfillment in both career and heart. So I feel like your main message is, um, things will be aligned with with your growth, right? So basically, like, yeah, there will be challenges, but clarity will come once you start taking that leap of faith. You have to take it in order for spirit to, like, guide you. um I feel like spirit is urging you to, again, release your fears, stop carrying unnecessary burdens, and trust that steady progress will bring um lasting stability. So the opportunity is real, and while the path won't be without its tests, and right now that may be what you're going through, it will lead to both career advancement and emotional fulfillment. So it's just about you taking a leap of faith. Let me grab your oracles. Yo, didn't I say he was gonna be posting more too, Jess? Pajavi, don't ask for a free question again. I already told you, no free readings. I already told you twice, so don't ask again. Not trying to be rude, but yeah, you guys cannot be doing this. Yeah, like, you were gonna ask again after I already told you twice no. Like, why are you doing that? That's kind of rude. This is for Anj. Oh. We have big happy changes. The situation will improve. Ask help from others. So you see, like, once you decide, I feel like spirit is gonna definitely be there, but they don't know what you want to do. If you believe, it's like when I tell people, like, if you're manifesting something or you have to get clear on what you want, because if you're vague, you'll get vague results. They're saying trust, and I feel like it's like trusting decision making. Ask your angels, but you kind of just did that. You have success here. Why am I feeling like a little there? I had to move that over a little bit. I'm like, why do I feel like crammed? You have opportunity, so there will be an opportunity here for you. There's something better. You have a yes. Okay. We have be assertive. So again, that energy of like you getting clear. And then you have helpful people. So you do have guides that are helping you. You just have to like help yourself. Help them help you is what I'm going to say. So that is for you, Anj. And thank you so much. I hope that was helpful and gives you at least some clarity. All right, Toka, you can post. Getting mocked for the way you talk, telling a joke and no one laughing, stuttering real bad. Damn, I'm gonna have to say telling a joke and no one laughing. Maybe because I've never been mocked for the way I talk. I've anything. I've always got compliments. So, on my voice. So, I would say, yeah, yeah. That is so random. Does he smoke weed? Okay, Toka, no problem. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. He does. He smokes weed. No wonder. That's why. Just my nephew be asking me shit. Like yesterday, he said, "How come we could drink drinks, but we can't food?" Bro, I was like, bro, this is some weed smoker um question. Sherry, please read the room. You guys got to start reading. And maybe asking first if you can post a question. All right, let's see for Toka. I'm so tired though. I just left it. All right, let's see. Let's see. How do you feel about seeing? What are his thoughts? What are Jay's thoughts after seeing Toka today? They had a training class at work. It was a group setting. Let's see how they... Like, not like dog dookie. Oh my God. That's funny, Toka. The Queen of Pentacles, the Tower, the Ace of Swords. Yo, the Ace of Swords been coming out a lot for a lot of readings. I feel like a lot of people are gonna definitely be getting clarity coming up. Cause even in my Etsy shop, I feel like today the Ace of Swords, and I'm talking about like on different decks. I'm gonna start there. Wait, let me see what. Sorry, guys. All right, so with the Queen of Pentacles, he is very attracted to you. And it's because you're coming up as very grounded. You carry yourself with a lot of confidence. So he notices your presence is very nurturing. Like, he notices your presence in a very nurturing and magnetic way. um like you have this natural glow that's hard to miss. He definitely sees you as someone stable yet very feminine, so he may see as like she's very independent but she's not masculine, because you know some women can be masculine if they're too independent. So this adds to like his attraction to you. I feel like seeing you shook him up a little. I'm not gonna say a lot more. I'm not gonna say a little. I'm gonna say a lot more than he expected. So like something about your energy disrupted his usual maybe like professional mindset. Like, and especially because, so I feel like the professional mindset goes away when you guys are together, even though he keeps it professional. But I think in the group setting, he kind of was just like, fuck, I gotta like I gotta act right. I can't even be thinking like this. But you kind of just, yeah, you disrupted his like usual professional mindset. Okay. So, yeah, like I feel like usually when you guys are around other people, he can kind of shut off like his attraction to you or like the magnetism. Um, but he couldn't today. And it's like he wasn't prepared for how strongly he felt that pull. I feel like the tower being here, um, it shows his thoughts were surprised, maybe even a little rattled by the intensity of noticing you. So, like, he could have just been like, fuck, like, what the fuck? Again, like, he's usually can stay in his professional mind while he's in a professional setting, but today he couldn't. Oh, thank you, Gypsy. If you have a yes or no, I'll give it to you, Gypsy. Um, you have the Seven of Wands, and I'm sorry. Let's go to the Ace of Swords. I almost skipped the Ace of Swords. To me, I felt like he had a moment of clarity, almost like, wow, I can't deny the connection, right? I feel like, you know, the Ace of Swords is suggesting that he recognized his attraction in a very sharp and undeniable way. It may have felt like a sudden mental breakthrough about you, realizing that you're not just a person. You're not just, so for him it's like you're not just another person in the group, which is not how he felt, but it's just almost like, again, in that kind of setting, he can look at things only from, like, he'll just look at things only from a professional standpoint. And today that was not happening. You have the Seven of Wands. I feel like at the same time he feels like, or he felt like he had to hold back, um, because again it was a professional setting, so he knows there are boundaries. Um, so he was trying to push down on his impulses just to stay professional. Okay, um, there is there is a little, and this is a crazy thing because spirit is using a little bit of inner resistance. So that means that he's not even like fully resisting the attraction when he's around people, right? He's kind of, it's just a little bit. And I feel like right now though, I mean, in that setting he was thinking more so like actions versus responsibility. So he was keeping it professional, or trying to. um the Ten of Cups, I do feel like despite that little bit of, of restraint that he's like holding on to, he can't help but imagine possibilities with you. So like his thoughts today were definitely about, like, so you give him a sense of like emotional warmth, and like even visions, I would say, of like what if, right? And for me the Ten of Cups does suggest that he felt really good in your presence, and he thought about how you could fit into a bigger picture, even if just in passing in that moment, right? Like he was just thinking, but trying to, again, I do feel like he was trying to focus on what was also being taught in this training. The Seven of Cups is here, so I do feel like his mind wandered a lot. He was daydreaming, like entertaining different scenarios. I feel like could have been felt a little confused about what's real versus what's just fantasy. So for me, like, it does feel like the connection feels very dreamy, tempting, and full of potential, but he may not feel 100% grounded yet. So let me see, or he may feel like there's more to explore. Yeah, like the Magician with the Death card. So I do feel like he's feeling like there's actions that he has to take for this to continue to develop. So I want to say like he was thinking a lot long term. Um, he was definitely like seeing you very attractive, but also nurturing. So it's not like it's just sexual here. Like it's a lot of emotions that I feel like kind of cloud him at times, and maybe he's like, what the fuck, but not in like a negative way. It's more so like I gotta get grounded. I gotta figure out like what's next for us. So let me go to your second question. What are James' next actions? So I hope that gave you clarity on that first question. What are Jay's next actions towards Toka? What are Jay's? What are Jay's next actions towards? Okay, the King of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Hermit. What are your next actions? What are your next? The Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. Oh shit, y'all came out as a pair. The Eight of Cups reversed. The Nine of Wands reversed. And the Page of Cups. Hold on, guys. Let me check up on my nephew. Sorry. All right, my bad, guys. I'm back. All right, so his next actions, I feel like with the King of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hermit, um, girl, I feel like because it feels like he is in this space of like feelings are getting so strong for him that it's causing him to want to reflect with this King of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So I feel like with the King of Cups, he's gonna try to keep his feelings composed and under control. Of course, the attraction is there, the emotional feelings are there, but he doesn't want to rush and in reckless like he doesn't want to rush in recklessly. His actions will be subtle, very emotionally mature, like giving you kind attention, showing warmth in like small ways, or creating moments of emotional safety. So like how you said, like he bought, I think you said he bought you tacos. um Let me go back to that. He bought me tacos. We interacted a bit. My uni was hella professional. We had. Okay, yeah. So he is like those little things, like things like that, like buying you lunch, like again giving you rides, having some certain conversations with you. I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, there is a sense of holding back or feeling on the outside. So he may act a bit distant at times. I would say like just try not to let that get to you. I feel like as if it's almost like as he's denying himself of what he wants. So his actions could show a bit of restraint, as though he's convincing himself he shouldn't risk too much in the workplace setting. That's what I feel like it is. It's just a workplace setting. Outside of that is different, but I think he's gonna still try to build, and I feel like it could be like emotional trust within himself, obviously with you, and then you trusting him. So there's a bit of like there's a lot of ground to cover for him, is how I feel. Like he wants to be able to trust you, but also create space for you to trust him. um I feel like he may pull back a little bit to reflect. um I do feel like he's gonna still watch you quietly, be thinking very deeply, and really process how he feels before making bolder moves. So his actions lean towards careful observation and internalizing rather than chasing right away. So again, it does feel subtle movement, like how you've been getting. I wouldn't expect like drastic change just yet, or I mean you can expect drastic change and then maybe that will create it. So I would say expect the unexpected. But I think that he's still in that energy of like just carefully doing things. um I think that it really matters to him that the other person, like now, what when we're talking about you, that you feel comfortable. And I think this is just his nature. Like he wants a person or a woman that he is seeking to feel comfortable, to feel good, right? One second. My mouth got dry. I feel like maybe when he talks to you, his mouth gets dry. His mouth just got really dry. Um, so I feel like it's important for him. It's a very important for him that you feel comfortable. Um, I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, when he doesn't act, I'm sorry, when he does act, it'll be small gestures of testing the waters. So balancing between like the professional and the personal. So I would say like conversation, playful exchanges, or accidental attention. So like purposely staying later just so you guys can leave together, so he can give you a ride, or like showing up early so that he's there with you. I feel like he's kind of weighing right now how much he can show versus how much to keep like hidden for now. With the Queen of Cups, again, he is definitely seeing you as, I feel like his perfect match, because we have the perfect match here, but that's so cliche. in tarot, but I had to still say that because that's what Spirit said. But he sees you as someone that's emotionally magnetic, very caring, which that draws him in more. Again, remember how I said, like, I think it was in the last spread where you show up as very independent, like financially independent, or like that, you know, like with those independent women that she don't need a man, she just wants one, but you still have that feminine side to you that's very caring, nurturing. So I feel like that side really draws him in even more, like that feminine side, which is the being in that energy of receiving, right? I feel like his next actions may lean toward mirroring your emotional energy. Like he'll likely respond warmly when you're soft, or open with him. So creating subtle emotional like bond is what I'm getting. That's coming up. With the Eight of Cups reversed, I feel like instead of walking away from the attraction, he's circling back, right? Even if he tries to retreat, he won't be able to fully detach. So expect him to like reinitiate contact, conversations, or moments where he can be near. Again, if he does retreat, which I feel like that's not 100% right now, showing up to me like very subtle. So you may not even notice it. And if you do, it's gonna change pretty fast. With the Nine of Wands reverse, I feel like eventually he's gonna lower his guard. The walls he's been keeping up, um and I feel like, so the walls he's been keeping up will start to come down, and I feel like the only reason why the walls are up is his role and the setting of where you guys are at. He won't be able to keep resisting forever, and his actions will show more vulnerability is what I'm getting coming up. Likely testing how safe it is to pursue the connection further. So again, him obviously feeling safe enough to make a certain move, but also making sure that you are also feeling safe when he makes that move. So overall, I feel like he may like keep things quiet, maybe controlled, um and professional for the most part while reflecting, but his attraction to you like pulls him back. And again, it's not just physical attraction, it's also emotional, okay? um and mental attraction. So he'll find little excuses to engage. Like I said, like showing up, like staying later just so he can leave with you. Coming in earlier, or like just going in there on days that he's not really scheduled to be there. So it's like a test. He's gonna test the balance, and definitely show him warmth. So over time, his defenses will drop, and he'll act more openly, though carefully about his interest towards you. So I would definitely say expect like subtle changes, like him just doing random shit that he normally doesn't do. But then there could also be a little bit of like, I want to say, I think that the part where I feel like Spirit is saying like him pulling back, it's not something that you're gonna notice, because it's just gonna be more so like maybe at this stage he'll usually be like more open saying stuff, where now he's the pulling back, to me it feels like he's just still gonna be in that phase of like testing the waters rather than being more direct. So that is what I have for you, Toka. I hope that was helpful. And Night, if you're here, let me know. All right, this is for 9. pepperoni grilled cheese. I never had that. Alright, how does he feel about her staying with him this week? How does Joe feel about her staying with him this week? Alright, the Queen of Wands. The Two of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. The Fool in the reverse. Alright, so with the Queen of Wands being here, um, your presence excites him. So did you stay with him this past week? No, you're saying you're staying with him this week. Never mind. Never mind. I don't even know why I asked. I got confused. I confused myself. I don't know why I was thinking it was like Monday. So your presence is going, like, excites him. Like, he's gonna feel very drawn to you, to your energy, your charm, and the spark that you bring. There's a lot of attraction and admiration here. So he's gonna feel like, first of all, he sees you as someone that's very magnetic, confident, and desirable. So like that fiery energy, um it is definitely, you're seeing there now. Wait, let me see. Oh shit, hold on. Yeah, all right, so yeah, like he's feeling like, first of all, you're very attractive to him, so he's like very like, I want to say like feeling like very lustful, but like, yeah, like he just, I want to say like he feels that he wants to be in your skin. Okay, with the Two of Wands, I feel like he's definitely thinking about the possibilities. For me, I feel like, so right now I feel like he's in this energy where he's like gathering information without actually, how can I, like he's gathering information without like actually gathering it. Does that make sense? So he's just like having like these little mental notes, and in his mind he's kind of like, okay, what does this week together, what could this mean, this week together, what does it mean to me, what it could lead to, and how it fits into the bigger picture is where he's thinking. I feel like he's very curious right now. There's a lot of planning in his mind. So he's seeing this as more than just a temporary situation. I feel like he's definitely thinking about long term wise. If this is the longest you've stayed with him, I feel like he's thinking about, again, how this will feel permanently. Um, I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, he feels comforted and nurtured by your presence. You bring a sense of stability and warmth to him, and care that makes him feel at ease, like in his own space. So I want to say, like, I don't know if like when you're not around, he's like very chaotic, or like he's constantly like overthinking or like stressing, where like you being there in his presence is actually bringing him calmness. And I feel like it's showing to me that he values you not just for passion, right? Because again, the Queen of Wands is there, so like the sexual and physical attraction is obviously there, but there's also like he values you for the grounded energy that you bring, the nurturing, the loving, right? With the Fool reverse, I do feel like at the same time there is a bit of hesitation. He doesn't want to act reckless or like take unnecessary like risks. Um, so this shows like more of a caution side, a cautious side. He's aware of the weight of the situation and doesn't want to mess things up. So it's like he doesn't want to make these drastic decisions. Um, that could then affect what you guys have. So maybe like testing this, like you guys, like you visiting for a few days here and there, or and maybe him visiting you for a few days here and there, where it kind of just like then eventually you guys, you start to pick up the pace, right? So that's where I feel like he's at, like, because I honestly feel like he may be in this energy where he's like, I just want you to move in. But he may know that that is just not the right time. um with the Ace of Wands, I do feel like, again, that undeniable passion. But he's also feeling very inspired by you being there, obviously very turned on, and very energized by your presence. So I do, like I was saying, like if he is usually like maybe like mopes around, or like he's just like, just like in a whatever mood, like doesn't have to necessarily be like down and out or like moping, but you're bringing like a sense of like life to him. Um, and I feel like obviously the attraction is sparking. And he's seeing this week as an exciting opportunity to connect physically and emotionally. Um, so now I do have the Five of Cups with the Ten of Wands. So there's also like a layer of emotional heaviness. I want to say this has to do more so with like once you leave. Oh, he was. You see, girl, that's what I'm saying. Like this Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands, I'm telling you, there's a bit of emotional heaviness because you staying with him brought up these crazy feelings that maybe I wouldn't say wasn't expecting, because I feel like the attraction was already there. But now he's like, you wowed him, is what I'm getting. Like, you wowed him. And now he's like, I don't want her to fucking leave. Like, I don't want her to leave. Um, so I do feel like he may be afraid. He could also be afraid of not living up to your expectations. So, you know what that's like? It tells me, like, again, the attraction, all of that was there. But I think like spending multiple days with you, like now he's like, damn, like am I enough? Like does she like me? Like you know how you're asking how he's feeling about you staying there this week? You have tarot, right? Like so you came to me, but he doesn't have that. So he's in his mind, he's like, I wonder how she's feeling, right? Because I do feel like in his mind, he's like, yeah, I want it all right now. Like move in, like that's it, no questions asked. But so then it carries that burden of like you're gonna leave soon. um so yeah, he's definitely like feeling he's already missing you and you haven't left yet. And this is why I say, like, I feel like from this point forward you guys may start to see each other more frequently, or definitely spending more time as you guys start to see each other. So a lot of future planning in his mind, and I do feel like things will just grow from here. Because like I said, he's already missing you, you haven't left yet. With the Strength card showing up in your outcome and the Nine of Cups, the Strength card shows that he's trying to hold himself together. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I I just feel like guys tend to be like real I don't want to say nonchalant, because people are not everybody's nonchalant, but like real composed. So when it's showing me the strength that he's like trying to hold himself back together, like it's just that his emotions must be like going haywire. Okay. um I feel like he's trying to approach this with patience, care, and self-control. So it's about taming his impulses and like building trust. So I think that he knows that trust has to be built, especially if you're making a move to a different state or city. um And I feel like with the Nine of Cups, you know, to me, this is like a beautiful card to have here because he feels very happy and content and emotionally fulfilled by you staying there with him. You feel like a wish come true to him, and he's grateful for the closeness that you guys are having right now. So I feel like overall he feels excited, you know, obviously very attracted to you, deeply comforted by you staying with him. There is a mix of passion and emotional warmth. At the same time, he's a bit cautious and carries like that emotional weight, but it's again the emotional weight of like you leaving. um still feel like the outcome shows he'll feel fulfilled and happy with your presence, or he is feeling fulfilled with your happy in your presence. And even after you leave, he'll continue to feel fulfilled. I feel like he's seeing this as a blessing and something to definitely handle with care. So like I don't know if you saw Tiana Taylor. She's with that guy, was I forget his, Aaron Pierce, and it made me think of that when she said he handles her like a cup of tea. And that's what this reminded me of, because you know, with a cup of tea, like when you get a little cup of tea, like you have to be careful that you don't spill it over. So where it's not like when you grab a bottle of soda, you just like whatever, fuck it, like I opened and that's that. About a cup of tea, like, and you know, you drink tea slowly. Like I've never seen anyone like gulp tea. Like they will probably do coffee or something like that. Unless coffee is super hot. But you know, again, tea is like more handled with more care. Um, so that's what I'm getting from him. Like he's wanting to make sure that you're also fulfilled, because he definitely is. So that is what I have for you, love. Yeah, the guy with the light eyes. Yeah, she did an interview where she said that he handles her like a cup of tea. And I was like, yo, that's a good one, cuz that's all she had to say, cuz I know, like, you handle a cup of tea like with just softness. So that is what I have for you, love. I hope that gives you clarity. And just, you can go ahead and post. Oh, my ear is itchy. You're very welcome, and enjoy the rest of your time there. All right, let's see. How would Jay feel? How is Jay gonna feel about her interacting with the IG story he posted today? How would Jay feel? How is Jay gonna feel about just interacting with the IG story he posted today? Okay, are we back? We're back, right? Hi, Sarah. All right, we'll add you, my love. So after you, just, I gotta just take a quick little break. Next is after you is Sarah. Um, so just FYI. All right, we're good. All right. So you got the Magician, the Six of Cups, the Empress, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Um, girl, girl, he's feeling empowered. Okay, like he has your attention, and that gives him a sense of confidence. The Magician shows like he feels in control of how he presents himself online, and your interaction validates that effort. It makes him feel noticed and capable, like pulling your energy in. So I do feel like, yeah, that's, he was hoping that you would, like I was saying when I was pulling the cards, like it's almost like he was hoping that you would interact with him. um I feel like with the Six of Cups, it brings out a warmth and nostalgia. Like he'll feel, I feel like he's gonna feel, if he hasn't noticed, or I feel like he has already noticed. So he feels a sweet, almost childlike happiness from your interaction. Like how you say kicking your hair, twirling your hair, twirling your feet. Like it reaffirms familiarity and comfort between you both. It may remind him of your bond, or past exchanges that feel good. Okay, with you showing up the magician, you're showing up. I don't know why I'm stuttering, because maybe he felt shook when you interacted with him. Um, he sees your magnetic, feminine, and radiant energy, right? Or like that's how he's viewing you as the Empress. Definitely has you on a pedestal. Your interaction makes him feel admired and desired. And it reinforces your like his attractions towards you. I feel like the Empress also shows that it boosts his appreciation for your beauty and nurturing presence. So he's like thinking beyond the post. The Queen of Swords, I feel like at the same time, he he'll perceive you as intentional and smart about it. Like he knows you're not just randomly clicking. He sees it as deliberate, which makes him take your interaction more seriously. He may also wonder what your true thoughts are behind it. So it's like you're interacting with him, and I know you answered something, but now like it's making him think deeper, I would say. With the Seven of Cups, I do feel like it stirs up your imagination. I'm gonna say he's gonna start overthinking or daydreaming about what your interaction means. I don't know why he's overthinking this, because you literally answered something, um, and it's, you know what, it's like, does she want to connect? Is she hinting something? Like this card shows him playing out different possibilities in his mind, different scenarios. This is where the overthinking comes in. And I feel like with the Three of Wands, um in the end it makes him look forward. I feel like there's potential for something to come from this, is how he's thinking, even if not immediately. So it leaves him expectant, kind of waiting to see if more interaction or connection will grow from this little spark. And I, like I said, I think I gave you this in a reading where I said you may start seeing him post a little bit more often. um right, like, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? I feel like your interaction makes him feel confident, like very warm and highly attracted. Um, but more like highly attracted to you. He respects that you're intentional, but also gets caught up in fantasies. So it's like, so this is how I could put it. It's a poll, right? You answered his question, but it's like, when your crush views your story, and then now you're like creating all these like scenarios. That's how he's taking it. But even though you answered a specific question, does that make sense to you, Jess? I want to make sure that makes sense, because that is the big picture here. Like, you answer the poll, but he's like not even fucking thinking about the poll. He's literally like, yeah, she wants me, like she want to marry me. So it ultimately like is making him look forward to what comes next. Okay. um let's see here. Damn, your reading was like real straightforward. Yeah, look, clarity coming. He needed that. He needs, girl, wanting to reunite, and even if it's to have conversation, like, yo, your interaction for sure got him kicking his hair and twirling his feet. Yes, so I do feel like, girl, you got him blushing. You got him blushing. That was like fast. I'm like, more spirit, but they don't have more. I mean, that was straight to the point. But that was definitely like his energy. Like, fuck the pool. Like, he not even thinking about the pool. He's just like, okay, whatever. Like, my girl liked my fucking post. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. All right, now I could go enjoy the rest of my day. All right, so we have Sarah. So no, I still gotta wait a little longer. So I'm gonna get started with Sarah. Oh shit, you liked and answered. Yeah, he got a double confirmation today. Are T's true feelings for Sarah? You could give Sarah 125:16. No, she told me to do a timestamp. My bad. Okay. The King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Eight of Cups, the Chariot, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Strength, the Moon, the Sun, and the Four of Swords. You know what? I feel like he has a lot of worry here. I definitely feel like it's the move that is. Give me 1 second. There's like a lot of worry in his energy. Sorry, I had to respond to that quickly. With the King of Pentacles, I feel like at his core, he's feeling very serious and long-term oriented when it comes to you. He sees you as someone he could build with, um, basically stability, security, even family home vibes. You bring him a sense of this is real, this is solid. So and this is with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. You know, the is to me it feels like these two cards together show he doesn't just see romance, he sees future potential. With the Page of Wands, I do feel like he also feels excitement and curiosity around you. There's passion, flirtation, and the spark of new possibilities. You bring out this playful side and inspire him to think about new adventures, even in the midst of serious feelings. The Eight of Cups with the Chariot here is where I feel like the relocation comes in, okay? And that's what I want to say with the Eight of Cups, the Chariot, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I feel like the Eight of Cups shows emotional difficulty. He knows distance or moving may require sacrifice. And with the Chariot, he feels torn but also determined. So he knows he has to move forward, but it doesn't erase his feelings. He's trying to balance his personal direction with what he feels for you. And when I say like move forward, like he has to move, right? He's gonna move. That's not changing if he hasn't already, but that also is not gonna change his feelings for you. Okay. Um, I feel like with the Two of Swords and the Ace of Swords in the reverse, he does feel stuck in indecision. His heart is with you, right? Because that's what the Two of Cups is clearly showing here. Um, but the relocation kind of cloud things, and I do feel like there's a bit of fear and stress that comes with this. The Ace of Swords reverse, it does show confusion or lack of clarity, even avoiding a direct decision right now. He's not fully sure of how to say or define what's between you two just yet, and again, it has to do with relocating. um I feel like with the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups is at the heart of it, so he feels genuine love and connection. um this is like true romantic attraction. The feeling, this is like the feeling of you're my person, or we fit together, or both, right? So no matter the practical circumstances, my bad. All right, so after this reading for Sarah, I still have a few questions for her. So after this question, I have to like go do something real quick. So back to the Two of Cups. So like I'm gonna start back up with the Two of Cups. So for me, the Two of Cups is like, at the heart of things, of like where he's feeling his feelings for you. He feels genuine love and connection, right? For him, is this is a true romantic attraction. Um, and the feeling again of like, this is my person, we fit together, like she's my other half. So no matter the practical circumstances, this is a soul connection energy. The Strength card is here, and for me, it's if his feelings are deep, but he's trying to control himself. Like he's holding back some of his emotions, not because he doesn't feel them, but because he's trying to measure. He's trying to be measured and not impulsive. So this is showing to me like some sense of restraint. He doesn't want to let his passion overrun practical circumstances. So like trying not to make promises, even though he wants to. The moon reversed with the sun. I feel like he's trying to clear away illusions, fears, or doubts. He doesn't want to deceive himself or you. He wants to see this connection for what it really is. The sun shows his true feelings, that his true feelings are joyful, warm, and positive. I feel like you literally make him genuinely happy. He feels clarity, attraction, and lightness when he thinks of you. Like when he's around you, he just feels that joy. When he's around you, he feels that lightness. And with the Four of Swords, I feel like right now he's processing and reflecting. Like his true feelings are there, okay? So don't get it messed up. But he's in a period of thinking, pausing, and trying to understand how to move forward. I feel like he's not really rushing, but rather retreating into thoughts to figure out how to balance you plus the relocation. So yeah, he feels deeply connected to you, and he sees you as someone he could have a real future with. You bring him a lot of joy, passion, and emotional comfort. I feel like the relocation is the only thing that complicates things for him, making him feel a bit torn, and indecisive. I feel like he still has feelings. Like, I'm sorry, his feelings are genuine, loving, and strong, even though he's restraining himself from like making certain decisions. And this is just while he figures out how to navigate the transition, but his heart sees you as a true romantic connection. So that's what I have for your first question, Sarah. I'll be right back, guys. I have to make a call. So I'll be right back. Jess, can you just put like a 10-minute break? I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Jess, are you here? I'm gonna do a second timestamp for Sarah. So we're gonna do 2 timestamps for her. All right, I'm back. So give Sarah. So we're gonna do the 2 timestamps for her. Remember the one that we did earlier? I don't even remember what the time it was, and then the one for now, which would be an hour, 1:47:07. Um. So Sarah, all right. So I pulled your cards. I for his next actions, I have the Hangman, the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Empress, the Ten of Wands, the Magician, and in the outcome we have the Seven of Pentacles with the Three of Cups. With the Hangman, I feel like his next move won't be immediate. There may be a sense of a pause, almost like he's observing or reflecting or waiting for the right moment. I feel like he wants to see things differently before acting. So he may hang for a little bit, for a little while at first, and I think it's more so about like getting, getting like not, I don't want to say comfortable in his move, because that's gonna maybe take a little while, but just kind of like, dealing with the move. I feel like you will hear from him for sure. It just may not be as much or like as often, or maybe like take a few days before you hear from him. I do feel like with the 501, when he does act, there may be some um playful tension or competition in the mix. Like he may come forward in a way that stirs things up, like very like flirty banter, testing the waters, or even like showing a little jealousy or like possessiveness towards you. um I feel like his actions won't be completely smooth, but they'll have energy behind them. I feel like with the Four Wands, he wants to create a sense of closeness and harmony. His actions are moving toward celebration, connection, and stability. So I do feel like maybe like after like, a few days of like maybe like quietness, you will hear from him. Or I would just say like you're definitely gonna still continue to hear from him. It may not seem like a lot at first, but then things start to like stir up in the right direction. There could also possibly be an invitation to like spend time together, or gestures that show he's he sees you as a part of his safe place. So definitely seeing like you guys possibly like seeing each other really really soon, or at least making plans to do that. You do have the Empress here, so he's definitely drawn to you. His actions will reflect admiration, wanting to nurture and be close to you. I feel like, hi Jess, I got your donation. Thank you so much. I feel like he may treat you with extra affection, compliments, a lot of attentiveness, um, showing that he sees you as deeply attractive and valuable. So again, like maybe like at first it'll be like a little sense of pause, but then it picks up. Um, the Ten of Wands, I do feel like he feels a little bit of like he feels a sense of pressure. Um, so whether it's work responsibilities or just the weight of his own emotions, his actions may sometimes feel heavy or delayed because he's juggling a lot. So he will be juggling a lot, especially like early on into this move. And I just saw that you said that he did already move. I feel like he's still, he's still gonna push forward, because the attraction and desire to connect outweigh the stress. And then you have the Magician. I feel like he will take action deliberately, not random, but intentional, very intentional actions. He'll try to create opportunities, communicate or take steps that make the connection move forward. I feel like this kind of shows a lot of initiative coming from him. So he's not just thinking, he's actually planning to make things happen. In your outcome, you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. And for me, the Seven of Pentacles, these are his actions, telling you that his actions will be slow building. Okay, he's investing bit by bit, waiting to see how it grows. This isn't a quick fling. He wants to see long-term results, but knows it takes time. And with the Three of Cups, again, I just see that connection, fun, and spending time together are definitely a part of are definitely a part of his next actions. So expect like a social or like celebratory gestures from him, like him wanting to be around you more in casual and joyful ways. So I do see you guys spending more time together coming up. So there could be a plan to like travel really fast, really soon. And let me get the purple messages. And Ashley, you can go ahead and start posting. All right, let me get the purple messages. See what he would like for you to know at during this time. Do not fall, please do not fall. Do not feel like cleaning up a mess. All right, what does he want to say to Sarah? Say to Sarah. This was an instant connection. My past stories have affected me and my perception regarding love. So you definitely changed his perception regarding love, and that hangman was there where it's like that energy of reflecting and like changing your mind about things. What if I knock on your door? He may surprise you and be like, yo, I'm in town like real soon. Like, I can't get enough of you. I keep seeing your name everywhere I go. Ashley, if you're here, please post. Something is holding me back from coming towards you. So this is that like that hesitation of like just trying to figure things out now that he's moved. I don't know how to respond to your messages. So I definitely see him being in a more reflecting mood early on. But I feel like that kind of he comes out of that pretty fast. I still have hope that we can work things out. We're always connected. Energetically, I can feel you close. Yeah. So your essence is still lingering. You're constantly on my mind. Yep. Ooh, we have sexual desires. I can feel you everywhere I go. And my role is to jumpstart your spiritual awakening. So like you mentioned that he helped you through your healing, and I feel like that was one of his purpose here, but like I don't feel like the purpose is complete yet. So I don't feel like he was just here for a season. I do feel like there's still more to explore here. There's still unfinished business. And yeah, that's what I'm getting from him. So thank you, Sarah. All right, Ashley didn't post, so I'm going to move on to Jess. I applied to cardiac arrest school. I have an interview. I was wondering if it will be worth going for. Okay, let's see. This is going to be for Jess Malmar. For Jess Malmar. Alright, let's see. What is she? Cardiac sonography. I have to an interview this Thursday. I wonder if it will be worth going forward with the program that will start January 12th. All right, Ashley, I'm going to do Jess. I already tapped into her energy. We had called on you, but I didn't see you pull, so I just moved on to Jess. All right, we got the Eight of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Five of Cups. The Five of Swords. The Nine of Swords. The Page of Swords. The Queen of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The Temple. The Ace of Swords. There's too many cards. Only one more. And the Sun. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me just respond to this. What is this? Sorry, I gotta fix my screen. Can you guys hear me? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with YouTube right now. It was fine up until now, literally. You can hear me? Okay. Wait, it's mute? Fuck. Okay. So, alright. So, Jess, you got the, sorry. You got the Eight of Pentacles. So, for me, it's like automatically this is a big yes. For study, this is a big yes for study, mastery, and skill building. It shows the program will be work intensive. Um, Requiring like discipline and practice, a lot of focus, but it's also confirmation that effort leads to a strong foundation and a specialized career. It's all about like long term. Spirit saying if you put the work in, this will pay off. um you have the King and Queen of Cups in your spread, and I feel like emotionally this program will bring fulfillment. You not only gain technical skills, but also a sense of purpose in helping people, and working in a healing field. So both the King and Queen of Cups show compassion and emotional balance. I feel like Spirit is saying this path aligns with both head and heart. Okay, you said it will be a lot of work. Yeah, that, and the Eight of Pentacles is that like hard work that you have to put in, but as long as you're putting it in, like you will see the results that you want, right? You have the on your spread, you have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and I'm sorry, the Five of Cups, that's where I want to start at. Sorry. The Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Here's where the caution is at, right? So they're saying, Spirit is saying, this won't be an easy ride. There will be moments of doubt, possibly even stress. Possibly even like feeling like you sacrifice a lot. Hi, for the person that just came in, you guys gotta come in, like my stream, and then ask if you could ask a free question. Don't just post free questions without asking first. Um, I feel like possibly feeling like you sacrifice a lot, when it comes to like time, energy, maybe even your social life. But I feel like, and so I feel like Spirit warns against like slipping into worry, or like comparing yourself to like others in the program. The fives and the nines, for me, the fives and the nine of swords show possible challenges, but not failure. They're mental and emotional hurdles, not deal breakers. So it's all about how like you pull yourself out of it from a mindset standpoint. I feel like with the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles being here, um, for me this is the student energy, right? Because for me the Page of Swords, like, he's like very curious. He's like, there's a lot of like energy of like I want to learn something. I'm questioning things, but not questioning things like doubting things, but more so like I want to know more. So this is like that trying to gather information type of energy. So you're perfectly aligned for study right now, is what Spirit is saying. Like this energy of like learning something new that you maybe have not, and then you kind of go from there, right? All right. She wanna be funny. I'm gonna be funnier. So yeah, you just get hidden. Um, like you purposely went and like. Sorry, hold on. My other screen shut down. What the fuck? Oh my god. Give me 1 second. What is going on? I've only been on for like 2 hours. Come on, Spirit. What's going on? Um, so I feel like, so with the Ace of Pentacles, and again, let me go back to that. The Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, there's new opportunity for success here. So you are gonna be like the learn, like this, like getting to getting like being in that energy of like curiosity, wanting to know more, wanting to learn, is going to bring you financial stability. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, the Temperance, it's all about like pacing yourself. Like, don't like taking your time, knowing that it's gonna bring you results, right? Because the Knight of Pentacles for me, you said my 10 right? Like, it's just like the best it's ever been. Like, I'm like, what the heck is going on? You know what? I'm putting up a new date for that. I'm thinking this Saturday, next Saturday. Just for the money course. So yeah, that's something that I'm gonna be posting later. I literally was like working on that today. I mean, I have the course ready. I just have to like. It was crazy trying to get a date for it, but it's either gonna be this Friday, Saturday, or next Friday or Saturday. I'm gonna I'll for sure post it tonight. Um, it's like worth it. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like me and my members, we've been playing around with money affirmations. Well, I did one, and yeah, like I just saw like crazy money like been coming in business wise. So yeah, I'll definitely post it tonight because I gotta get it done. I have so much. It's just beneficial, and once you like remove those blockages, because it does help with career too. Like, I'm not just saying that to say it, but like when I affirm for money, I'll get specific, or I'll just keep it general and just let whatever come in. But it's a lot of information that's very helpful. Like, the people that did their person, like the SP course, like specific person, they've seen a lot of movement since. So all right, so back to the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Sorry y'all for the technical difficulties that are not in my fault. So like, again, you're like perfectly aligned with this energy, because that's that curious energy, right? um and I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, it just confirms that this program can open doors to real financial and career opportunity that are long lasting. So this is a seed that grows into long term stability. With the Knight of Pentacles, progress will be steady and slow. I feel like this program requires patience, like persistence, and showing up consistently. Spirit is saying don't expect overnight results, but the reward comes with commitment. And as long as you stay this, I always say, like, when it comes to life, consistency, commitment, and persisting, that's all you need. Um, yeah, right. Just always say I always have more than enough money. You could say like I'm a money magnet. It is 11 months long. Okay, so like almost a year basically. With the Temperance, this is a card that reassures you that you will find balance, right? So even though the program will demand a lot, you'll be able to harmonize it with your life if you stay patient and avoid like extremes. Spirit saying take it one step at a time. Don't overexert yourself. And then with the Ace of Swords and the Sun, to me, this is like, I would say this is your outcome. So with the Ace of Swords, that's that clarity, the breakthrough, and success and mental focus that you will have for it. The Sun is all about like joy, positivity, and fulfillment. So it will bring you like a lot of fulfillment. And again, Spirit is confirming that the truth of this path is aligned with happiness, growth, and success. So like, how I could summarize it overall, like, yes, going forward with the program looks worth it, right? I'm getting a big yes for that, with especially with that Eight of Pentacles. Um, with the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Sun. And I feel like it shows this is a solid opportunity for long-term success, stability, and fulfillment. With the King and Queen of Cups, um, it shows that the King and Queen of Cups, it shows you'll feel emotionally aligned um with the work that you're gonna be doing. So like, that's even like interacting with people, just kind of giving, being a part of like a bigger, it feels like being a part of like um a part of a bigger program, really, honestly, is how I can put it. And then I feel like the only cautions are the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Swords, which is, there could be a little bit of stress, needing, sacrificing things, and moments of doubts will test you, but they aren't permanent blocks. So I feel like spirit is ultimate, like, they're ultimately saying, pace yourself and trust the process. This program will definitely bring you financial stability, but also emotional stability, and also joy. So that's what I'm getting, and um I feel like when it comes down to, let's say, like like I want to clarify, like, the interview. I just want to see for you, how would the interview go? So yeah, I feel like with the interview, with the death card, I'm getting like a positive, like, energy, right? I feel like you'll be seen as a strong candidate, like, who prepares, who's very prepared, passionate, and capable. Um, Spirit is saying, just speak with clarity, stay composed, ask questions that you need to ask, you know, highlight your why, and I would say, when they're saying highlight your why, like, why you care about this career path, I feel like if you do this, you're highly likely to leave a winning expression, but like leave, but for yourself, not for them, because it's not like you're interviewing for a for a job, right? It's more for the school or for the program, but you also want to make, because I feel like they do look for people that are compassionate. So, like, they may ask you, like, why would you want to be in this type of career path? Not that they're gonna deny you for that, but maybe that's just something that they're looking to do, because there's a reason why Spirit is bringing it up. But I feel like you're gonna leave that interview feeling very, like, feeling like knowledgeable, is what I would say. Let me get you your oracles. I'm gonna do the angel answers, because I feel like that they give a lot of clarity when it comes to these questions. I feel like it's my best deck for this. Is the screen black, y'all? If it is, I'm going to leave it like that as long as you guys can hear me. I just don't want to keep refreshing. I'm kind of scared. So as long as you guys can hear me, I'm sorry. It's black. All right. Yeah, because it's black on my end, so I just wanted to make sure. I just don't want to refresh again. All right, what does Jess need to know? Look, you have if you believe. Look, I put the card up to show y'all. Oh, you got a yes here. So that kind of answers your question. You have get more information. So definitely ask questions as needed. It says don't stop. So basically keep going. Don't doubt yourself. You do have opportunity for abundance here. This card is an angel and it's like throwing up like all these little gold coins. So it will bring it will bring like financial opportunity towards you. I have you're ready. You have look for a sign. Listen to your intuition. You got the yes again. You got two yeses. This deck has two yeses. You have forgiveness. You have let go. And you have be assertive. So I feel like let go of your fears or like doubts, because I feel like you're going to do really good. And then be assertive. Like, I feel like don't doubt yourself. Again, like, don't let fears come in. I feel like the path, it feels really good for you, and like you're aligned with it right now. Like you're in a perfect like place or space in your life where it's you have enough space to like learn. Yeah, actually, I just said the screen is black. I'm not going to refresh it again. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to keep refreshing because I don't want it to close out. Because if I have to start another live, I'm not going to come back on tonight. Starting another live is a pain in the butt. So I'm going to leave the screen just like that. As long as you guys can hear me, that's really what matters. Yeah, YouTube is being weird. I don't know. That happens a lot. So that is for you, Jess. I hope that gives you clarity. And thank you, Anj. You will be added. Yeah, they have. And it was just like, what, like the last, like, I want to say like 30 minutes. And you wanted, you're welcome, Jess. All right, and actually, you wanted messages from the universe, right? All right, so let's see. I'm gonna go straighten my hair. I'm gonna straighten my hair tonight. I gotta wash my hair tonight too. My hair is like super oily. All right, let's see. This is for Ashley. What is coming towards Ashley? All right, you have a past love circles back, wanting another chance. Okay, you have a new romantic interest enters, sparking excitement and chemistry. All right, we have unexpected message from an ex leaves you surprised. Financial stability through consistent efforts pay off. A physical glow up, compliments about your looks and energy. Yeah, so two people is what it's looking like. Oh, stronger mental clarity and peace after releasing old stress. All right, we got a few here. A surprise gift or gesture from someone close to you. Family harmony improves with more support and love around you. And a big decision brings forward movement and progress in your path. I love the new cards. Thank you. Yeah, I had to expand the deck. I still have some of the. I still have the. I mean, I have the one, but I'm adding some of them in here, but maybe just like expanding a little more. A long-awaited piece of good news arrives. Relief follows. Feeling more confident in your own skin and self-worth. Invitations to social gatherings and or trips that bring joy. I'm going to give you a few extra. Career recognition for your talents with doors opening for growth. A deeper emotional bond with someone already in your life. At the bottom, you have flirty attention from someone you least expect. So that is what I have for you, love bug. I hope that was helpful. Oh, you started nursing school soon. That's awesome. So that could be like where that where was it? Hold on, let me see. Oh, the one with like career recognition for your talents with doors opening for growth. And then there was another. Wait, I just put them back. Shit, I shouldn't. I think it was like new money opportunities flow in. Yeah, the career recognition for your talents with doors opening for growth. And then the one that says financial stability through consistent efforts pay off. So yeah, that will definitely bring like that will bring you that will definitely consistency will bring you it'll pay off basically. Shit, I can't talk. But like I need water. And thank you, Ashley. You're welcome. Alright, Anj, you can post. Look, the camera is back. Right? Can you guys see it? I can see it on my end. Okay, Anj, no problems. No problem. Girl, it's not the case. It's fucking you too. Okay, let's see. Just remember, Ange, no one can delay anything for you unless you allow them to. So just remember that, like, don't claim that, because then you'll keep seeing that. No one can delay anything for you unless you're allowing them to, or unless you feel like they can. Um, the Ace of Swords. So you have the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Death card, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Give me 1 second. Let me just order this food for my nephew real quick. Um, but what do you want? Wait, just said, take my makeup off. I can finally rub my eyes. And yo, that is the thing with makeup, right? Yo, that is just my favorite thing when I come home after wearing makeup, is like washing my face off just to rub my eyes. Especially because I have really dry eyes. So when I go to wear makeup, I make sure that like I am saturating these eyes. Like, you know what? I should stop claiming that I have dry eyes. I'm gonna stop claiming that. I just forgot that I can manifest whatever. Boy. Alright, he's gonna let me know what he wants. I don't know what he wants. It feels freeing. Yes, it does. So I feel like with the Knight of Swords, they're saying these people do bring chaotic, impulsive energy. Um, they're, they rush in with opinions, drama, and distractions that throw you off balance. Spirit says they've been pushing their energy onto you without thinking of how it affects your path. I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, a spirit wants you to step fully into independence. Um, like I said, nothing can delay you unless you claim it. So being mindful of like giving outside people your power, but since you're using it in that context, spirit is saying, even if they have delayed you, they can't stop you, right? You're meant to stand in your own success and abundance, proving that your stability comes from you and not from anyone else. But the same way your stability comes from it, don't give them powers to delay you either. Okay, so you're just given a power that doesn't really exist unless you allow it to. The death card is here, so this is a clear call for transformation and endings. Spirit is urging you to let go of these connections or patterns. Death isn't loss, it's more about rebirth. By closing doors to those who block you, you open space for a completely new chapter. And again, if these are people that you have to live with and interact with, the way you close the door on them is stop giving them your energy. Stop giving them the power to affect you, or like again to cause you delays. You have the Queen of Cups here, so I feel like Spirit is reminding you to protect your heart and energy. um you're most likely an empath, and you feel others deeply, and these people know it, so they've leaned on your kindness. But Spirit is saying discernment is needed. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional depth, right? And that's exactly what I was touching on, where I'm like, okay, you have to physically be around them, then you just have to learn how to block them emotionally. The Page of Wands and the Page of Swords is here, so for me it does feel like new beginnings are waiting. To me, the Page of Wands shows a fresh spark, new inspiration, and like someone that's very like free, um ready to explore. And with the Ace of Swords being there, the Ace of Swords brings clarity, it brings breakthrough. And I feel like Spirit is saying like cutting ties, or like I was saying, setting boundaries will bring mental freedom, like fresh opportunities and renewed motivation. So again, it's about like mentally and spiritually not letting them affect you. Even if they're doing certain things, you just have to learn how to like remove your awareness from them and kind of turn your face and let them be in their misery. Just don't let them affect you to the point where you're being delayed. Um, I feel like with the Four Cups and the Ten of Wands, the people troubling you may have drained your energy or left you unmotivated. They could be placing like burdens on your shoulders that weren't yours to carry. And Spirit is saying you don't have to accept every offer, request, or guilt trip they hand you. So they're saying release their baggage, whether it's again physically, mentally, emotionally, or even spiritually. Um, with the Knight of Wands reverse, I feel like Spirit is warning you that don't let their instability interfere with your momentum. So again, it's like a repeated message of not letting their own BS affect you to the point where again they're causing delays and heaviness. Um with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords, Spirit is exposing the truth. Um some of these people may have like betrayed your trust, been dishonest, or acted selfishly. I feel like whatever like heartbreak or maybe disappointment you felt was meant to show you their true colors. Don't ignore it, but it's also time to again move away from it. And I feel like it's mainly mentally and emotionally, like you're letting them drain you to a point where like I know what it's like when you're around family that maybe let's say you got into a disagreement and like now you feel drained, you don't feel motivated, you just want to lay down. But you're gonna have to be able to fight that because it's a choice that you're making. So like let's just say you got into an argument, like I'm just using a random thing, like your sister or a sibling, I'm gonna say a sibling, and now you're feeling so drained from it. You're like, you know what, I had plans to like to work out and now I don't even feel like it. It's your choice to decide I'm not gonna do it, or you know what, I don't feel like it, but I'm gonna still push myself to do it. um the Ten of Pentacles is here, and I feel like despite their interference, spirit promises long-term stability and success for you. You're destined for abundance, family security, and generational wealth, but you can't build that future while tied to people who drain, deceive, or distract you. So if, like I said, if these are people that you're living with, then, and you have no choice but to stay there for now, you just have to learn how to block them from emotionally draining you. You have, like, I feel like Spirit saying, like, yes, these people have delayed you, but again, it's like only if you allow them to, right? um but at the end of the day, they can't derail you. What's for you is for you, and whatever you go, whatever goals you have, or like things that you want to manifest, they're gonna be yours as long as you persist in them. Their presence was more here to teach you discernment. um so when you're out there with like strangers, you know how to like pick up on certain signs of people that are not that good for you. So Spirit is urging you to like cut the cords, release their weight, and stand independently. I feel like once you do, new energy and opportunities flow in. Your future will is, regardless, your future is still prosperous. But it depends on leaving behind those who you don't align with, or who don't align with whatever that future is that you want. So I feel like this is more like a mental war, because you had a lot of swords out here, and I feel like it's more about like mentally ignoring them, like letting things be. Even if you do get into a disagreement, like I said, if you feel drained and you're like, I just do not feel like doing that, you have, they can't control what you do, right? So it's like, yeah, they could act however they act, but only you decide how it affects you, not them. um Let me get you. So I feel like Spirit, all in all, they're not really touching a lot on like what could happen to them, but it's more about you and what you should do to like not let them affect you any longer. Alright, Spirit, this is for Anj. Alright, so you have yes. You have romance, so there could be romance coming up for you. Choose a new direction. Improving health, so this could be like your mental health. You have in the near future. This is for Anj. Okay. You have yes again. You have opportunity. Listen to your intuition, so using your discernment again. Let me see. You have a no here. Okay. You have there's something better. So that's again like the situation improving. Meditation brings answers. You have abundance. And you have get more information. Be assertive. A year from now. And if you believe. So that is what I have for you, Anj, for that question. And thank you so much. Yeah, you could donate for a detailed yes or no. You're welcome. I'm gonna try to stay on till like 8, but I don't know. It might only make it to 7:30. You can post when you're ready, Ange. I'm like, damn, can I make it till 8? I don't know. It's only 7:09. I don't know. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know, because now I'm yawning. I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Okay. All right, let's see. This for Ange. Ange thinks they're doing this to other people. I want to say, clarify the 6 of Swords, the Star. These are yes cards, but the energy that I'm getting from it is like just needing to walk away and like focus on your own stuff is what I'm getting, like on your own healing from it. Unless, I wouldn't say like, unless it's someone that's going to like understand you and not cause more chaos. See, because I'm getting like there could be a possible like chaos that comes from like you speaking on this. And I feel like, unless, like I said, like unless someone has like, you know, that you feel comfortable telling them that you know it's just gonna stay there, then go ahead. But it's like they're also wanting you to just like focus on your own happiness and like on your own goals and like your own like healing when it comes to this like whole situation. So I would say I'm getting like, yes, if you feel comfortable, this is where your discernment comes in, and you can trust that person, and definitely no, rethink it if you feel like you can't trust them. I think one of them may have realized it. Oh, snap. So, yeah. So, see if that person, if you feel like they have, I will wait till I get more information and see how you feel. Like, if when I, like, for me, I would say, like, when I'm questioning something, I won't make a decision until I know for sure. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's almost like like, focus on your own peace and let people figure their own stuff out. Um, Maybe that's needed here too. So that is what I have for you, love. And thank you for your donations. Upcycle, you don't even say hi, you don't like my stream, and you didn't even ask if you could post a free question. That's kind of rude. You're welcome, Ange. Thank you. Not only that, like, don't say hi, don't ask, and just go and post. Don't even like the stream. Like, I just can't. Like, that's why I stopped doing free questions, because it's not even respected. Girl, bye. Bye, then. Get out my channel. And it's not an attitude. It's literally like, you guys come in here. It doesn't matter how it works. You say hi first, right? When you walk into a job interview, you say hi first, right? When you walk into, like, anywhere, a restaurant, you say hi first. It's about manners. So it doesn't matter if you don't know how it works or not. That's the thing. It's always making excuses. And I'm not gonna be nice when you guys are being rude. Yeah, and then she wanna be sarcastic. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is why I'm not. No, I don't need to be nice to you. Why should I? Did you say hi? Like, how you gonna be sarcastic? Like, well, yeah, you def should have. Then bye. Like, let's be for real. Y'all come in, like, that's rude. Not saying hi to people. That's why a lot of readers won't do free reading. And you know what? I used to never understand. I literally got to a point where I was like, yo, like, I used to see channels and readers be like, nope, I do not do free readings. And I used to never understand that. But then as time went on, I definitely started to understand. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what it is. Like, I see exactly what it is, because people don't respect whatsoever. They see us as like tools. Anyways, how's everyone doing who's in here with us? Don't even be saying hi. That's my thing. That the one part that bothers me, they don't even say hi, bro. Like, they don't even say hi. It's just straight question. Like, can you say hi? Like, when you walk into a restaurant, don't you greet um the host? And if you don't, then you're rude. And that's what I'm saying, because as soon as you say no, they get sarcastic. So this is what I'm saying. Like, why am I going to even be, like, bothered to use my energy for people that, for real, they're only nice to you because you're getting something free out of you. But they're not getting something free out of you, they're not going to be nice. Anyways, tomorrow, Jess, I am going to do a manifestation live. I'm excited. I'm excited. And yeah, I got some stuff for you guys, and I got for our September, we're gonna do affirmation But specifically, I want to use this one. um, Girl, I posted it was my dad's birthday. I had a few people hit me up talking about some, yeah, tell my future father-in-law, I said happy birthday. I said you would never be that. So yeah, he would never be that to y'all. Like what? Are y'all crazy? You got a question, Jess? Ask away. What I do like right now is that it's not that hot out. I mean, I'm gonna turn my air conditioner now because it's not hot, but it's not that hot anymore. So, or at least right now, I can No, I could do one for a future spouse. I could definitely do one for a future spouse. Yeah, I've done that on my Etsy channel. I gotta put up oh, and but I don't feel like they were that intense. It's just, something that I've learned that whatever you give power to will persist, right? So the less energy you give, and I know that that's hard because I've had, toxic family members, but I learned to either like, if I had to be around them, I learned to block them out. But if I didn't have, and then the ones that I don't have to be around, then they will never fucking see me. Um, so that's really what it comes down to. But I get what you're saying. It's kind of tough. Remember, just like a week or so ago, you told me September will be a great month. So that's what we're gonna keep claiming. Because I said August would be a really good month, and it has been a really good month. Like for me, I think like I've had like those little mental attacks, but I was like, fuck this, like, no. And I think too because I had like this plan, and then I got so busy with like my hair clients, and it usually starts to get busy around this time. So I just have to find like a routine for me, and like getting up. Like today I got up so late, but I also went to sleep really late. I had to move my client for tomorrow, so it was just a lot. Let me actually text her. Um, yes, exactly, Jess. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, let's see. So this is for Anj. What does her future spouse want to tell her? Hi, Gypsy Boo. How are you? What does Anj future spouse want to tell her? Blackberry Dr. Pepper. Damn, that's like an interesting flavor. What does Anj future spouse want to tell her? By the way, Anj, I write them out, or write or type them out, and then I read it back to you. And you get messages too. So I'll be like quiet for a little bit. I mean, I'll be interacting with you guys, but never knew that existed. Yeah, me either. Oh, you just heard of that too, Gypsy? Yeah, I haven't heard of that, but hi, Divine Timing. I'm doing good. How are you? Okay, divine timing. Thank you. Oh shit! I clicked on that. I don't think Divine Timing sent yet. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see anything come in. Alright, Ange, we're almost done. Okay, Divine Timing, I just got it. Thank you. Just like, fuck, I just posted, deleted it, posted. Alright, Ange, I think I'm ready. Let me just make sure. Alright, so how it came in is like what he wants you to know at this time, before meeting or coming together, I would say. So he says, I know we haven't crossed paths in the physical yet, but I feel you. I sense you in my quiet moments. Yo, I just read your messages. I'm sorry. So back to you. I'm gonna start over. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Back to you. Back to Ange. So he wants you to know, I know we haven't crossed paths in the physical yet, but I feel you. I sense you in my quiet moments. There's a pull in my spirit that keeps whispering, she's out there, she's mine. I want you to know that I'm preparing for you. Even if it doesn't look that way right now, this is something I want. Oh my god, yo, what the freak is going on? I mean, my phone is on 10%. Like, it should have never, like, died on me. Oh my god, can you guys, I gotta start Ange over. What the fuck is going on today? I can't make this up. I've never had so many technical difficulties, y'all. Yo, that's crazy. Alright, gotta start over, Ange. Alright. I know we haven't crossed paths in the physical yet, but I feel you. It's skipping for you? How about for anyone else? All right, you good now? You good now? You good now? You can hear me clearly? All right. So back to Anj. Oh my God. Dang, Anj. Somebody doesn't want you to get your message. All right. So I know we haven't crossed paths in the physical yet, but I feel you. I sense you in my quiet moments. There's a pool in my spirit that keeps whispering, "She's out there. She's mine." I want you to know that I'm preparing for you, even if it doesn't look that way right now. It is important for me to let you know what's going on. Sometimes I get caught up in my own battles, responsibilities, and growth. But through it all, I keep a space open for you in my heart. I'm not distracted by temporary things. I'm waiting for what's real, and that's you. Every lesson I've been learning, every pause, every delay, has been shaping me into the man who's ready to love you the way that you deserve. I already see the life we build. I already see the life we'll build. The laughter in our home, the comfort of knowing we have each other's back, and the simple joy of choosing one another every day. With you, I'll feel safe. I'll feel safe enough to take off my armor, but strong enough to protect what we create. You're my lover, my partner, and my peace. Don't doubt that I'm on my way. The timing may feel unclear, but destiny is already aligning us. When we meet, it will feel like recognition, like we've always belonged to each other. Until then, keep shining the way you do, because I'm already looking for your light. And I feel like he's basically telling you he's aware of the connection on a soul level already, even if you guys have not met yet. I feel like he's preparing, clearing, and aligning himself so that when it happens, he can fully step into the role of a true partner. Um, and let me do your messages. And just we can for sure close at 8. And if you have a question, just let me know. All right, Ange, you have. I already feel like you're mine even before we met. Even before we met. Oh, I'm preparing myself every day to be the man you deserve. You are the blessing I prayed for, but didn't know how to put into words. With you, I'll never have to pretend. I'm sorry, with you, I'll never have to pretend. You are my safe place. I admire your strength, your heart, and the way you keep shining. I choose you every day, even before destiny brings us together. You are the reason I keep going. Your love is my greatest achievement. We got a few. You're mine always. I've prayed for you. With you, I'm home. Now he kicking his hair. I choose you every day. You are everything I've ever wanted. So that is for you, Anj, and thank you so much. And sorry for the oh my God, so I just finished your reading and I'm sorry. And your I just finished your reading and your messages. So let me know what you think when you're done, but it's done. I'm like, what the heck? Who doesn't want me to read your messages? Like the phone died. I'm like, what the F? Like oh my God, I can't. Not today that I decided to be on for a little while. Yo, all live. It's been the craze. Earlier at one point the screen went blank. I'm like, it's gonna stay like that. And maybe like 5 minutes later it was back. Oh my god, I have not ever had this many technical difficulties. Alright, so divine timing, let me know if you're here. I do have your question. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you could change your question. That is totally fine. You're welcome, Anj. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all. It is not me. This is like, what in the paranormal? So I'm gonna do what can you expect in love coming in, only because you sent for an in-depth and that's a yes or no. So I'm gonna do like what what can you expect coming in love. Let me know if that's okay, divine timing. Long term, any relationship. Okay, got you right now. All right. What can you expect in love? What can she expect coming in love? What's coming towards her when it comes to love? Oh, you got the Six of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. The World. I'm not the World. The Two of Wands. The Justice. The King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Girl, I feel like a pair. Like someone that's definitely on your level. Let me just get more info. But you definitely got love coming in. The Temperance. The Five of Swords. The Four Wands and the Ace of Wands. Let me just send this message. Sorry. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. All right. So what's coming towards you in love? With the Six of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like expect someone connected to your past, right? I'm gonna give you, it could be someone connected to your past, so like a past person coming in new energy, like a more evolved version of themselves, or a excuse me, a soulmate type energy that comes in that feels familiar to you, like very familiar and comforting, like you've known them, which is what I'm leaning more towards. It's like a connection that it just feels like you've known this person for a long time, even if you've never met, right? The Knight of Pentacles for me, it shows this won't be like rushed. It'll be someone that's very steady, reliable, and like built over time. So I feel like Spirit is showing a reconnection with someone from your past, or a love that feels safe and loyal. Um, with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands, for anyone that's here, guys, we're gonna close donations soon, so just FYI. With the Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands, it's a brand new emotional beginning that's opening up for you. Um, this feels like a fresh wave of love, intimacy, and emotional closeness. With the Two of Wands, it's a choice point, so love will come in, but you'll also be weighing your options and deciding what kind of future you want with this person, which is about building, planning, getting to know each other more. The Justice is here, which is all about balance and truth, playing a big role. So expect honesty and fairness in this connection. Spirit is highlighting like a karmic balance, which is like a good balance, right? And what you've been giving will be matched, and what was unfair in the past is being corrected. So I know that you mentioned bad relationships. I've had a lot of bad relationships, and I've done a lot of healing. I wanted something long term. Yeah, and that's what I feel like you're. So like you're getting your justice for like past things that happened to you. So like you're getting your good karma basically. You have the king and queen of swords. So for me, this is like a divine counterpart energy, right? We're matching each other's energy. We're literally the same person, just one is a male, one is a female. Or one is more masculine, the other one is more feminine. Um, and it's like a connection built again on clarity and truth and communication, honesty. I feel like expect a relationship where honesty is crucial, where you both challenge each other mentally and emotionally, but not in a toxic way, but in a healthy way. I feel like if in the past you've dealt with people that maybe like when you brought up concerns they shut down, or like they ran instead of leaning towards you, well, this is how this person, they're coming in the opposite from what you've experienced. And I feel like this is a strong intellectual and soul match. So again, like we will test each other physically, mentally, emotionally, but in the best healthy way. So definitely communication. Like if you're used to, like, again, guys that kind of run off when communication starts, no, this person will sit there and talk. If you're the type that shuts down when it comes to like uncomfortable things, this person will be patient. um why but they're also going to push you to communicate. With the Eight of Wands and the Temperance, I feel like this talks about fast progress will come after a period of patience. um Again, the Eight of Wands is also a card of communication. So I feel like the pace will pick up quickly once things begin, like messages, forward movement, and passion flowing. Spirit says it's about I, Spirit uses divine timing. I'm not really a person that like attaches myself to divine timing. But I also don't look at it as a bad thing. So I feel like it's more about what you decide. So like let's just say you decide that things are going to move slow, then they're going to move slow. But if you decide like this person's going to come in, they're going to be healthy, and it's going to grow quickly, then that's how it's going to go. So they're saying like patience first and then rapid growth. I feel like honestly, because I don't have a lot of like cards that talk about like too much of like stagnation, except for like the Knight of Pentacles, the Temperance. I just feel like maybe initially you both will be a little skeptical about each other, but as you start to get comfortable, you just start to open up, and once you start opening up, that's it. Like there's no going back. um the Five of Swords with the Hangman here, I feel like I think that the only thing that I would have concerns with the Five of Swords is maybe a little bit of like miscommunication initially. So like you may be reading him wrong and he may read you a little wrong. But again, I don't see that happening for a while because we do have the Hangman. So I feel like the Hangman is showing that things will lead to perspective shifts and growth. So again, remember when I said like you're gonna test, I would not test each other, but like basically like, yeah, like I feel like you would challenge each other. So like you guys are gonna challenge each other in a way that, in a healthy way, like I said, right? But in a way where it's like I can shift your perspective, and this will help us grow. So again, like in the past, like he may have dealt with women that shut down too, that were like, very flaky, that would run off. So you guys may have dealt with the same type of people. Um but just, in your own perspective lives, right? Where now getting used to someone that's not like that may take a little bit of time, but I feel like because you're more open, or and he will be more open, that just causes like perspective shifts, like in a healthy way, and growth. So Spirit saying, you don't fight battles that aren't necessary. Just step back and see the bigger picture, because I do feel like this is something that's coming in that's healthy, and you will know, because I feel like I said, I think how I can say like you will know is how this person communicates. And yeah, I think at some points you guys may have a little bit of ego clashes, but I think he's gonna be so clear with what he wants, and like how he communicates, that is gonna give you comfort. The Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands is here, so I feel like this is leading to stability, obvious celebration, and a passionate new beginning. I will say expect deep attraction, so like a lot of physical attraction, but very exciting chemistry that, I feel like for me, chemistry is more of an internal thing. And the potential for commitment that feels very joyful and secure. So I feel like the Ace of Wands shows passion and desire sparking strongly, while the Four of Wands anchors it in harmony and union. And then, so I would say like your overall message, like coming towards you, you do have a soul type connection that develops slowly but steadily. And I feel like it's not going to feel slow because there's consistency. I think when things start to feel slow is when there is inconsistency. So when somebody is showing inconsistent energy, like, like 1 minute they're coming in like hot fire, and then the next minute they're like cold like ice. That's not what you're gonna get. You're gonna get more so like we're conversing, like maybe we've been like texting for like a few weeks now, like, we're on the phone, and then now we're FaceTiming. Now we're going out on dates. So like that, like their steady movement is what I'm getting. It will definitely feel like a fresh start, paired with some chemistry. Okay. Communication, clarity, and honesty will define it. And I feel like though there may be small conflicts or delays, they'll lead to growth and balance. So ultimately, this love has energy of stability, passion, long-term potential, as long as like I want to say like you don't get too caught up in like what's not happening. That's what I've always, yeah. So you see, like this is gonna be so opposite. So that's how you're gonna know. So let's say you meet someone, I don't know, like this weekend, and they're showing inconsistent energy. It is not, that's not your person. So I would say like it's your best bet is to like let it go, because this person is coming in with consistency right from the beginning. Like, some people, I feel like some people act like, oh, it's the beginning. Some guys get like, I don't want to put too much because I don't want to look desperate, so they'll do that kind of stuff, and like then before you know it creates a habit within them. So yeah, so I feel like, but this person is gonna come in like he's not gonna care to show that he's very interested. So that's what I have for you, love. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, Jess, you can post. Oh my God, I've been on for almost 4 hours. Why it doesn't feel like that? I mean, I took little breaks in between. I know I did that, but oh yes, you definitely can. Let's see. What do you want? Orange messages? I'm still working on my pink deck. Oh. All right, let's do orange messages for Jess from Jay. You know what's funny? Yesterday or the day before yesterday, my nephew was eating mint ice cream mint with chocolate chip, and I said, you know what this would taste like will be so delicious with? A nice warm brownie. Preparing to send you a text. I really love your super wild side. Why that made me think of that black outfit that you put on one time. I'm holding on to the memories of us. Yeah, thinking about you. Ooh. I'm very traditional. Well, she wants you to be trashy. Say nah. Say nah. Be my little freak. Ooh. Will you stay the night with me? You make me very nervous. I really miss you. Not the calling from a fake number. I'm up at night worrying about us and our whole future. Right, Jess. I really had it all with you. And at the bottom, quality time with you. All I want is you. I talk about our connection to my family and friends. And we have a true soul connection. Oh my God, girl. I'm hoping I run into you in public. Girl. Girl. Why do I feel like I could keep doing readings? I need to chill. No, because I'm going to burn myself out. So let me chill out. Let me chill out. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'm going to eat some birthday cake. I'm going to take a shower and relax. But I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to work on our little schedule for this week because we're going to saturate. And I'm also going to do the money core stuff, put that out there. And yeah. Ooh, I just got cold. I'm going to turn off this air conditioner. I'm going to take a hot ass shower. I'm going to take a hot ass shower. All right, bye, Jess. It was fun. Thank you so much. Bye.